It's an old school offense. Split back veer, is something that was big in college football in the 70s and early 80s. But it's something that fits our kids, the mentality of our kids, the strength of our kids, and it's something different than everybody else runs. So
do you feel like you need to do that? The challenge, challenge your kids and give a kind of a different wrinkle.
I think it's important to run what fits your personality and fits your personnel. And for us, that fits our personnel, and it also is, like I was saying, something different than everybody else runs in our league. Everybody else is spread, so it'll put some stress on the other teams to defend us, I think. I'm an option guy from back in the Rubido days,
Right.
and I've always liked the option. I think it forces the defense to play responsibility defense, so when we decided we wanted to make a change, I wanted to go to something with the option, and we went through the flex bone with that Air Force runs, and when we were researching that, we came across the split back veer, and when we started looking at it, we found that just fits us to the T. It's perfect.
So the 70s, what would be an example of a team that ran the split back veer?
Oh gosh, you go through the old Southwestern Conference with Texas, Oklahoma. A lot of the schools in the SEC were running the split back veer, and it's a mentality. We're preaching to our kids that we want 3.5 yards a play. We get 3.5 a play, we're going to get first down. We're going to move the ball. So that's going to slow the game down a little bit and force the other teams to make the most of their possessions. It's our last year in the Big 8, and so we want to leave it with a bang. Obviously Centennial is always going to be the favorite. But beyond Centennial, Norco is always going to be a strong team. But I've always felt that there's a group of 5 to 6 teams in the Big 8 that we're in, and it's a matter of winning more of those 5 or 6 games than losing them, and that gets you into the playoffs. So I think that we're in a good position to do that. I think in the last couple of years we may have put our defense in some tough positions just because we were no huddle, and you're no huddle and you go 3 and out, you've taken about a minute off the clock, and your defense is right back on the field and maybe not in the best field position. So if we are going to punt, we want to make sure that we're putting our defense with as much field to their back as possible to stop the offenses in the Big 8, because the offenses are explosive in the Big 8. We've got it's going to be a stable of backs, but Leighton Silva will be one of those backs. He's a bruiser. Same with Sean Abbott. He's going to be a senior next year. Is a similar type of back to Leighton, where he's a big, thick kid that's going to grind out the yardage. Matt Ybarra and Sam Stekovich are 2 other guys, a little more speed that'll get in there, along with Greg Hale, are all guys that are going to be carrying the ball for us. And then our quarterback, in the split back veer, your quarterback needs to be a threat to run the ball. And Stephen Hamm is a returning quarterback for us. He throws the ball really well. Threw for 400 yards last year against King, but is also a very good athlete, runs a 4.5 40, and he's going to be a threat to run the ball as well. Yeah, if teams want to put 8 in the box and go man-to-man coverage on us, we feel very confident with our quarterback and our receivers that we're going to be able to beat a receiver one-on-one and pick up some big yardage through the air. Our focus is on the Big 8 this year, but we're also excited to get into that new league. I've always wanted to get back to the old Ivy League, where it's all Riverside City League, and this is close to it. And I think it's going to be a real competitive league every week, and we're excited about going into it.